welcome back to another evening in the long dark. My name is Michael Batman Guy, and today we have a burned out campfire, which we're going to need to start back up again. I think we're just going to use up the tinder plug. Let's try to be efficient here. And what's our best? Oh no, not the book. If we have any cedar, cedar usually lights a little better. Well, I think it's about the same as a stick. So that gives us 70%. The stick also gives us 70%, yeah. Nice thing is the cedar would last longer if we were successful. In a way, I don't really mind that the fire went out. Unless, of course, you're going for the 3-day continuous campfire achievement. At this point, I want to try starting as many fires as possible. While I have the resources to do so, because that's going to increase our fire starting skill. So again, thinking more along the long term, now that our
Why didn't that work?
immediate needs... Wow, that got all the way to the end and then failed. We still have our stick. It uses up a tinder. Never uses up the fuel item, if you're ever concerned about that. So you lose the tinder, you lose the match or the durability on the fire striker in this case.
Come on.
Do adore the fire cheerleading. Come on, fire, you can do it. Go, go, little fire. Nice and toasty.
Perfect.
There we go. A few more sticks on there. And let's burn as much reclaimed wood as possible. And we're going to need to grab from our food container rest of the herbal tea. Let's go ahead and take all that. And you know what? While I'm here, let's cook these up. Why not? Give those a nice toasting. Have our pre-made medicines ready to go. They will technically weigh a little bit more in the pack, but that's including the water used in the tea, of course. And then an actual cup of herbal tea for rest. And we will go ahead and drink that while it's hot. A little bit. Hydration. Top that off. Oh, come on. And let's scroll through and find some dinner. Probably in the form of peanut butter. Just because the MREs are going to be a little much on the calories. Now with our approved rest, let's go ahead and try to sleep for as long as it'll let us. We'll wake up fully rested here. There we are, fully rested. Back up to 47%. Okay. So, here is my proposition. I would like to attempt a trip back down that way. One could, of course, attempt to climb down the mountain without the rope, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go without the rope. But we're not going to be so foolish as to go over this edge. Let's just have a look, for the sake of argument. Prospect of that. Not actually that steep for most of it. However, it is very tricky to navigate and find a safe path down. I have yet to. I have tried. I've made the attempt. So Don't think I'm just spewing hot air here. It's just that outside it's relatively much colder, so it seems like hot air. No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back very near to the rope. There's a much easier path down, which will allow us to take down a great many things. And so long as we have, say, a cup of coffee with us, we can very easily climb right back up without losing a whole lot of energy. So that's kind of my idea here. So let's bring some of the heavier things to start with.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Oh, it's not too heavy to carry. 30 kilograms is encumbered. 60 is absolute over encumbered. You cannot move at all at 60. I'm gonna load up until I hit about 40. So let's go ahead and bring one of the guns. That'll hit us to 49.66. Did I say 40? I meant 50. I'm gonna go up to 50. So all the rifle ammo. A cleaning kit. Okay, that puts us just under 50. So now we should be able to move slowly, but still at a nice, steady pace. And the other thing we can do is we can drink some more water. Actually, that'll save us a little bit of weight. Can we throw in another 202, not a whole another kilogram? Grab the arrows. Alright, and we are on our way. So it's a little slow going, but I think this is definitely worth doing to get as much out of this experience as possible. There's that the tippy top of the peak I mentioned before. But even if you look at the horizon, you might wonder if this really is the highest point around. And people often think of it as such, but I'm not sure that it is. It's simply the highest point that the player can actually get to. So, the tallest mountain in the region? Maybe not. But it's one that people have sort of settled. Everybody likes to climb the tallest mountain, but maybe some people like the one with the most trees. Or the one with the most wildlife. That's certainly the case for us. We definitely have the maximum amount of wildlife available to us. And for better or worse, there's absolutely none of it up here. Now the big issue, of course, leaving this early in the morning. It is extra cold. Totally realize that. But it is not going to be a long trip because we are making our way back towards that cave. The actual indoor cave. I'm going to go all the way inside where I can truly warm up. That. You can see there's our rope tie off. But I'm going to go just past that. Right out here. I like how it reminds us that we're at the summit again.
I'm gonna die if I don't warm up soon.
And I'm gonna have to get out my lantern here. Just for the sake of visibility. Because it is starting to snow.
God, I've never been so hungry in my life.
Okay, so the idea here is, and again this is going to be extra difficult thanks to the visibility or lack thereof. I'm aiming for that gentle slope of snow right down there. So I'm going to kind of cut across on these rocks and crouching down so my character moves extra carefully. See, the footprint mechanic is not entirely accurate, but just nice and easy. make our way over there. Bugging the wall, inching along the stone here. The reach.
Ja!
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to avoid. Alright. Nothing that a sip of tea and a bit of rest can't fix. Or actually exclusively rest, so the wrist means I can't hold a weapon. I have no intention of holding a weapon. And the ankle, I believe simply mobility is reduced. It heals over time. Not sure if we're taking additional condition damage from that or not. Don't believe that's the case. We are going to hear quite a lot of complaints. No. Ooh. Yep, lots of ow, ow, ow. It's okay. You'll be alright. We don't need first aid, we just need a good nap. Very little that a good nap cannot fix. So we're just gonna make our way inside and hopefully sleep through this snowfall. And while we're there, start up a little fire, cook ourselves a few cups of coffee. We'll need just one to go up the rope, but I'd like to have a few extra on hand for the next trip. So depending on how much we can leave behind here, we'll of course be better prepared to take more with us. Coming around, here's the trees. Really hoping to find a few more sticks. I foolishly burned all of mine up.
I'm getting weak.
And oh, I passed my bridge. There we are. Okay. Up the tree. And duck and weave underneath all the branches. There we go. Really wish they had made that just a little bit simpler, since that is in fact the only way to climb up here. That little slope that we went down the first time is just slightly too steep to walk back up. You have to take the tree there. We're gonna come inside here. Ah, much better. You can see we got double up arrows already. Alright, I am going to go ahead and extinguish this, because we do have a little bit of light. And just to conserve fuel, although I believe should be able to refuel that, actually, with a little bit of fuel that I've got, right? We can pour all of that inside. Excellent. Okay, so first thing, I left my bedroll up there. I left my bedroll up there. We are not going to get a nap in at all. Okay. Well then, what are we gonna do about that? We're gonna have to treat it. Why you cannot treat it from the affliction page, I don't know. Heals the sprained wrist. And interesting that you get to choose what the painkillers are for, but not what the tea is going to affect. Alright. Fine. We'll do it the easy way. I suppose that is the normal treatment. It says pills or tea, and then it also lists rests. What it doesn't tell you is that those two are optional. You can choose one or the other. You can simply sleep off the sprains. This is different from other afflictions, which will list needing to take some kind of medicine and get some rest. But they don't make the distinction clear on the display. At least they didn't used to. Maybe they have updated that by now. I'm not sure. I do definitely want to get coffee, so let's think about making a small fire here. Actually, even before that, let me back up a little bit and start unloading. Bandages. I will keep one, just in case. Feathers are so light. I'll keep those. Those will be annoying to try to pick up. Reclaimed wood? I didn't realize I brought so much reclaimed wood with me. That was probably a mistake. I'm gonna scoot over and put a bunch of that in a separate pile. I don't really need that many. Can we sort by weight, actually? We're gonna drop through this one. Actually, I'm gonna deploy near the one that we're gonna go up. And I might need that hacksaw. I'm pretty much done with. Tools for sure. Don't need those. Don't need really much of any of this. At least I shouldn't. Anyway. This I will drop 7 of. If I remember, hopefully when we step out of the cave, it'll be visible enough and we can go ahead and get a little map of that section. I never like leaving without a knife. Possibly the hatchet, if I can help it. Although again, there should be more up top, right? So we can leave that behind. And now we can leave a liter of the water. And clothing, we're going to need all of that, which is, let's see, 7 of our kilograms. So where is all the rest of the weight? We'll drop a few of those.
Where can I find something to eat?
Oh, why are you complaining? Food? You want food? Well, I'll get a few calories from the coffee. Otherwise, I really didn't bring much. And it looks like we're gonna have to use the cedar to start the fire. And this to continue the fire. Save the accelerant for when we actually need it. And 3 tinder plugs should suffice. Okay, so let's come over here. Get a small fire going. Fire striker, tinder plug, cedar wood. Just need enough to make a cup of coffee. And to get the most out of the fire, I think we're going to go ahead and boil up a little bit of water too, just to stash down in here. Because even though we're using the fire striker percentage, I don't want to be so wasteful. chance to make a whole fire just for a few cups of coffee. Oh. Go ahead and burn that. Cook one more cup. There we go. And oh, we could do 2 liters. Easy on that fire. There we are. Boiling always takes less time than melting. So do keep that in mind. There we go. Should we cup of herbal tea? Yeah, why not do a couple cups of tea as well? That way we have those all ready to go for our future naps. Okay, I think we're all set. We are fairly light on our feet. Carrying a few more matches than necessary. I suppose we could trim that down then. Get right in the center of the pile. Right, we'll just carry this one big box of 72 with us. No. Well, I've got the Fire Striker, right? I still got plenty of durability. So, keep that. And drop these. It's very little weight. So if all I was worried about was moving ourselves, I wouldn't concern myself with the, extra pills and such, but because I want to extract as much as possible from the top of the mountain, got my food there. Yeah, we'll go ahead, we'll drop these. There's more. I'm going to leave that nearby. That'll drop another 5 kilograms. And the feathers are a pain to pick up, so I'm going to keep those in my inventory. I'm going to take 3 of these with us. In case I need to start a fire in the cave. Yeah. Alright, so, given that horrible weather experience, I think I'm going to step back inside, let the game save, and wrap up this episode here. Next time, we will endure the blizzard, and hopefully, I really would like to get back to 100% condition, but at the same time, I don't want to waste time just sitting up there, sleeping all day. That doesn't seem like fun. We gotta press on, move our goods down from the mountain, back to the cabin at the bottom of the lake. So, I'm gonna keep pushing. My name is Michael Batman Guy. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.